Hello people, this is Power here with a review of the Kamen Rider Geo, or the Rider Kicks figure series, Rider Armor series, Kamen Rider Geiz Revive. So obviously this is the power up for Kamen Rider Geiz, which here, it's Kamen Rider Geiz Goretsu, and on this side it's Geiz Revive Shippu, and then here they have a picture of Shippu again. Shippu CGI something, because they really have a picture of Goretsu. I kind of wish they had both because equality, but you know, I guess because of the fact he's up here and such. Yeah, it just shows everything he has. This is the whole Rider Armor series line. So there's Geo, Geiz, Waz, and then Geo 2, which I would like to get him, but his proportions are weird. So let's just get on with it. Here's Geiz Revive, and overall his figure is pretty accurate. I think he's probably one of the more simplest figures they have to do because of the fact he's just all black. So like all of his paint that he's missing is literally just white, so it's not that bad. Like yeah, like his fingers are not white and they're just black. Yeah, oh well. Well, since we're talking about paint, going over with the details of Geiz Revive, I think he's pretty interesting. Because he has hourglasses all over him and such, but I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be more, but obviously because of the fact this is Goretsu, so he's bulky and such. I really like how two-tone this one is, because obviously the main body is orange, while the hourglass is red, so I think that's pretty cool. Here are the ride watch holders with blank ride watches. It's not focusing. Here's the GQ driver with the Geiz Revive watch. And then I like the fact, I like to point out that the Geiz ride watch is actually the correct outer shell, such nothing wants to focus. And just to point out, all of these come off because I think because of the fact they want you to try to do armors, even though I don't think you could with him because of the fact that this is not focusing, and also just because how the figure is and such. So yeah, nothing wants to focus. I kind of apologize for this. Yeah, nothing wants to focus. So again, here are the bride watch holders because they're just filled with blank stuff. I don't know what happened with my camera. So you just peg it back like so, and then like nothing focuses as such. So you just peg it back like so. These are pretty loose, which is kind of weird, but no, well. But Geiz Revive is a basic power-up base, and I'm fine with that. So obviously you got the hiragana characters on his face. I really like that because yeah, at first I didn't really like Revive because I thought it was kind of plain. Like, but the thing that actually stuck with me of liking was the head, because I really like how extravagant the characters became. Because I always thought like his original helmet was just kind of weird, and as I'm looking at the RKF, because it's just so much space. Now like technically like it's more, so I really like that. Anyways, let's talk about articulation. So his head cannot go at a 360. I think that's the thing with these figures. They can't do a 360 twist, but he can look left and right. His head, the ball joint, I can't tell if it's as fluent. Maybe it's because it's hindered. His arms can't really move. He can swivel his arm, rotate his hand, and his legs are not hindered, because unlike cross build, you can kick across but then you still can't swivel because this is technically the swivel, which is a weird swivel, but a tight foot ball joint. And then the waist articulation is actually different. It's actually from above the belt, which is actually average for most of the figures I have. But so you can do something like that, which is pretty neat. So obviously in this form, he wields the Jikan Claw, the Power Noko, which goes onto this hand, and then there's the Ride Watch holder. And then I think the Claw is kind of honestly out of proportion. But then also, like, stop spoiling. It just doesn't like sticking on his hand. Like, no, anything on this hand does not like sticking around, which is weird. So, I might just start cutting those out because no one wants to hear me cough. I'm at least don't have a running nose, but yeah, it's just like kind of like a struggle trying to put this on. Overall, just trying to pose him is like kind of awkward because of the fact you can't really do anything. So let's go speed of time. So obviously do switch from power time to speed time. Goretsu to Shippu, just simply split the Goretsu armor and spread it like so. I don't know I don't know how far you spread it. Like, I don't know if you do this, or I don't know if you just literally leave it like so, but I don't know. I'm kind of confused, honestly. Like, I don't know if you leave it like this. I'm pretty sure you do. Then I don't know where you angle it. So I think this is the best I can do. And then you just simply take this out. So then you're left with a blank face, which I think actually looks pretty cool. And then you replace it with this one. Now you are Geiz Revive Shippu. I think with this figure, honestly, Shippu has actually grown on me. Cause honestly, or like, actually, I think it might have been the other way around. Like, I don't know. Like, I think initially I was gonna like Shippu more because of the fact it's blue and such, and it's more sleeker. But then it's like, I don't know, the suit's kind of just weird. Like, and I don't know, this is just kind of weird. I understand why they decided to do this, but it's kind of off-putting. So, nothing changes the articulation besides the fact you can actually use the arms or just do this. And this is more valid, and I think the ball joint is, the joint's just tight. But it's because of the fact that like these are just ball joints, just like so. So like you can remove them, and then you can get like the most boring Geiz figure. Like, yeah, I'll be honest, like without the wing parts, Shippu wouldn't be what it is. So yeah. His accessory is the Sume mode. I don't know, it's the claw. And obviously, unlike this hand actually likes holding things, so he can actually do stuff with it. And I just realized too, I actually like the fact you can still put this up while like the hands are up and such. So like you can do stuff like the 100 like cut thing. So like you can have like flying in and such, and like doing things like that. And obviously here you can like do a rider kick, even though like he's never done a rider kick in this form. He's never like used the revive. He's never like done like the Ichigeki time burst or the Shakuretsu time burst. So I find that kind of funny, but obviously because they're called Rider Kicks figures. The Rider Kicks or Rider Kick? Yeah, Rider Kicks figure. Um, do a Rider Kick and such, and like Shakuretsu time burst and whatever. And then obviously to go back to power time, you just kind of try to straight everything back, but then as you can see here, there's these huge pegs, and then there's these like holes to put them in. So you just collapse those in, hope they actually stick in. Then you switch that out for Goretsu, and yeah, that's basically it for this figure. It's overall pretty nice. Can you do a Rider Kick with this one? You can, but it's just gonna be kind of hindered. Yeah, because this is how it's literally gonna go. He's too heavy. Let's get the box back out. So overall, Geiz Revive, I think is a pretty decent figure. I think he's probably one of the more, like, fun figures out of the Armor series because of the fact I think the Armor series could be decent. It's just that, like, it doesn't really, like, the gimmicks aren't really that great. I'm just gonna switch him to Shippu because this is already Goretsu. So, but anyways, I don't think the Armor series is that exciting because of the fact the armors just look really bulky and it doesn't look great. But I think stuff like Geiz Revive is pretty fun because, like, yes, it technically has an armor gimmick, but jeez, it's just not annoying. Even though I don't have experience with the armor, like the armors, I just don't really have an appeal for them. Which is why I wasn't really intending on trying to get this line or like anything from this, like the Armor series, but I got Geiz Revive for other needs, so which is why I kind of decided to get him. But then obviously because I have cross build, so I kind of want to get Trinity now, so I think that might be the next figure I'll get from the Armor series because I think I'm just kind of jumping into conclusions, but I think the ones that don't kind of need armors, even though that's technically all the figures, I think they're pretty decent. I think the figures for the armor series are pretty great. It's just the armors themselves are pretty hit or miss. But anyways, that's basically it for this review. I'm actually doing a good job at making figure reviews under 15 minutes. Excuse me. I think the RKF armor series is kind of the same for the legendary series. Pick whoever and such. Almost forgot to mention the fact that these are literally the exact same colors. It's just that the backgrounds are different and such, and then obviously the Geo Kamen symbol and such. But yeah, that's basically it for this review of Geiz Revive, and I just put the box back. Overall, a really decent figure. I think he's probably one of the better ones out of the line. Yeah, that's basically it. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.